Hey everyone, welcome to Trudging Along.
Trudging Along, this is where we just don't give a fuck.
You're goddamn rights we don't. I'm Trev.
I'm David, and yeah.
We're just existing.
Here's today. Huh?
Yeah,
here's to today.
Another day. I got a nice cold beer.
We got a Bud Light here. I'm going to put it on my head.
Right before noon, too. Nothing like cracking a beer before noon. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a bad thing.
Well, it's a bad thing if you don't have a sense of time. But if you have a sense of time and you have responsibilities, but you happen upon a day where you're able to just crack a beer before noon guilt-free.
That means you're living the dream?
That's a good day. No? It's a Bud Light. It's not like we're cracking open a bottle of fucking White Lightning.
Yeah, you're right. If it was White Light.
It's a Bud Light. People are done with their days sometimes by noon.
If we had a bottle of White Lightning XXL and we were just pouring it into orange juice, we got a problem.
Okay, see, I said it would be a problem, but now when you're bringing the orange juice into the equation, I'm okay with it, kind of.
What? That's what alcoholics do to mask the booze.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going camping next weekend. Very much looking forward to it. I go on a big camping trip with all my guy friends back in Alberta. This will be year 18, so the trip itself is finally legal. But
Wait, what?
Every morning I start off with some Smirnoff and OJ.
That's a problem.
I light a cigarette and I have a screwdriver. Screwdriver.
That means you have a problem.
No, I don't. No, I don't have any problems. That's why I do it.
You're problem free.
I'm problem free.
Philosophy?
My friend. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It is kind of interesting that like the psychological damage that would have happened to Simba seeing his uncle kill his dad. Or I guess he didn't see it, right? He just saw his dad die. And then he meets
it was the aftermath. Wasn't there a cloud of dust?
And then he meets a couple guys in the woods that are like, hey, you know what? You know what's a better idea than dealing with your trauma?
Just say fuck it all. Also,
respect it. It's Timon and Pumbaa party.
He didn't physically murder the dad. He threw him into a
No,
stampede.
he did. He killed him.
Well, but you didn't watch him.
So you're saying, wait, are you talking about Simba or Scar? Are you saying if Scar went to court of law and he got himself a good enough attorney?
He fell.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if OJ got off, and so could Scar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're making a good point here. I think there's some villains are misunderstood, and some are just clever enough that they could get around the legal system with the right loopholes.
Hey, you just got to play possum.
Well, that's what Mufasa did.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah.
I remember seeing that in the theaters. I was devastated.
Were you really?
I didn't see it coming.
I don't think I remember.
I was like, there's no fucking way.
You remember how you emotionally felt in 1994?
Yeah. I remember specifically.
I don't think I was sad.
Well, no, you wouldn't be. I was sad.
I think I was
Can you imagine not being
over my pants.
I was going to say, can you imagine not being sad when Mufasa dies? James Earl Jones just kicks it, and this fucking guy over here is rubbing out his nub.
I was violently rubbing the top of my pants.
Just over your jeans?
Yeah, when that whole scene was unfolding.
There's nothing like seeing a movie in the summertime. Blistering hot outside, air-conditioned theater. We went and saw a couple movies. Saw Thor for the third time.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
That's fine. It actually gets better every time you see it, but I didn't go the 3 times by choice necessarily.
I gotta sneeze.
I'll alert the fucking media.
Oh,
why do I have to stop talking? Because you have to sneeze.
Sorry, I thought it was coming. It's gone.
You can't pay attention when you're sneezing, I guess. Yeah, okay, makes sense. When I get a sneeze, if I'm barreling down the highway at 110 and I feel a sneeze coming on, I briefly think this could be it.
What, you're gonna sneeze and crash?
You don't like your entire being is focused on for like a half a second to a second and a half. That's it. That's enough time to get in a head-on collision. What just happened there?
No, it's not.
That was a fake sneeze, first of all. Yes, it is.
I was just trying to reenact to see what. No, you.
But you see it coming, like you're driving, right? And you feel the sneeze coming, so your eyes start to squint, and your head immediately wants to go back. But then you're trying to like kind of fight it, and then all of a sudden it inevitably builds up to the eyes closed, head forward, and
that's not going to cause you to accident.
Well, think about it though. Everything contracts in that moment. So your hands, like your muscles contract.
If you can't handle sneezing and driving at the same time, you shouldn't have a driver's license.
And there's a lot of people that shouldn't have a driver's license with far worse. I'm just saying, if I'm reading about an accident and they're like, no, his blood alcohol was 0, nothing, we don't know how it happened, I think he sneezed.
That's bullshit.
Someone in that collision sneezed. They're like, the phone, nowhere near. He's phoneless. The guy didn't have a phone.
I would love to look up in the history of accidents if that's actually caused.
Well, I don't know if you can prove it, right? That's why when they're like, look, cell phone wasn't a factor, speed wasn't a factor.
There might have been an accident where the guy's like, my buddy sneezed and we
or his buddy was sucking him off, maybe. Maybe they were. Maybe
There's been accidents caused by that.
Maybe his buddy was watching The Lion King on his phone, and all of a sudden he gets a little tingle, and he feels the need to just scratch that itch, and the next thing you know, boom, over the guardrail.
There has been accidents caused by fellatio while driving. That's a real thing.
That's the worst kind. Like, if you play out that scenario, is it mid fellatio?
Yeah.
So what happens there?
I think they're injured.
Well, they probably bite down. Whoever's giving, whoever's kind enough to give, is probably biting down.
Well, no, he probably says, "Oh, we're gonna crash." She probably
I don't
releases.
think. Well, no, because maybe the crash is coming because he's in such ecstasy.
Ew.
That his eyes are closed. Maybe he's just like, I don't.
Ew.
Because coming lasts longer than sneezing.
Okay, stop all the talk. Such ecstasy. That's gross. Picturing a guy in ecstasy. Like, oh.
They're just words.
I don't want to hear it. Anybody that's listening just heard the word. The man is in such ecstasy.
Okay, I didn't do it in a hushed whisper, you sick freak.
It's still fucked up. Now I'm just picturing the look on the guy's face. That pleasure look.
But also, like, is he surprised that it's happening? Is he so excited that it's happening? Or is he surprised because he's just seen the headlights about to come through his windshield?
Oh, he's getting in a head-on.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
Well, don't.
Or a deer pops out. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's happened before, though. That's a documented thing. And
then, like, the head's, like, caught under the steering wheel. It's just not good. You know what? Just pull over. If you're giving or receiving head, just pull over. Let's just do that. Let's play it. Let's party hard but party smart. Do you know what I mean?
Party hard. Great song, Andrew WK. You heard that song?
It puts me in ecstasy.
Party hard, party hard. He always wears a white T-shirt with blood on it.
Fuck yeah! You ever been to a wet T-shirt contest?
No.
Really?
Oh, yes, I have.
You gotta. Come on. Really?
I can't remember. I think we went to one when we went to Cancun.
Oh, you went. There was a bar in growing up. There was a bar. What the fuck was it called? Union. It was called Union, and they had wet T-shirt. They would just people. They just pulled people from the crowd. They're like, "You want to do a wet T-shirt contest?"
And they'd agree to it.
Yeah.
Did you take your bra off?
I don't know if it was. I don't think, from what I can recall, it was not a prerequisite. Although it did help your final position in the rankings substantially if you did not have a bra.
But is that straight up nakedness for like a civilian? You're not a stripper. You're literally showing your
Well, there is a T-shirt.
Your breasts.
The wet part really doesn't leave a lot to the imagination.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's basically saying you want to be a stripper for the night.
I remember, I think they did it. I don't know. I was there one night, and there was 2 levels to this bar, and I was on the upper part. I was at one of the places, like one of the bars that we get a drink, and I was talking to someone, and all of a sudden we just hear like this cheering, and then we kind of like peer over the side railing. And there's this crowd gathered on the dance floor in front of this little stage.
Was it a bukkake?
Nope, that's something else entirely. And then, yeah, they were just these girls were just on stage with pitchers of water, just pouring them on themselves. I remember thinking, like, I remember having this thought of like, this like seems very like this. It felt like a fraternity or something. It was like this weird crowd of mostly dudes, just chanting and cheering. Well,
speaking of your tits. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, great.
What do you think that actress Florence Pugh wore a dress that showed off her entire breasts?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? People were saying like
I saw it when it was trending, kind of. I didn't really delve into it, but she wore a dress or a top. I didn't really look at. So maybe I'm getting this wrong, but it sounds like you know a little bit about it. She wore a top or something.
Yeah, it was to like a gala. It was to like an.
You could
event.
see it was like sheer.
Yeah, everything. Not even. I get that they're trying to be like empowering, but
who's they?
Sorry.
What do you mean?
Women. Is that like an empowering move?
Okay.
But the only thing is that's fine. That's great. But it's the class factor. When you don't wear sweatpants to a fine dining restaurant.
Interesting.
Like, you know what I mean? I find it, it's all fine and dandy to
I don't know.
That,
I can't remember what, like, was it, did it not look elegant or did it not look, I don't know what it looked like.
It was a beautiful dress, except you just see.
You could see nip.
Yeah, like full on, not like.
I don't know. I think, and like.
I'm just saying for the there's a time and a place. Like, that would be good to wear to like a movie premiere or something. Show, like, hey, look.
And what was it to?
It was to some formal dinner gala or something. Okay. Like, I just find that that's not classy.
No, and I'm thinking about this in real time with you. Okay, yeah, is it classy or not? Again, I think I'd have to take it on a case-by-case basis. And
the only reason why we got to this
I don't know what the gala
wet T-shirt contest.
Yeah, I don't know what the gala is for. So I think that maybe plays would you wear that to? Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't wear it to a funeral, obviously, right? That's in poor taste. But a gala or like a party, an elevated party, I don't know if it's for if it's a gala for sick kids. Maybe not.
No titties, no titties.
Maybe, or maybe if the kids are sick.
Oh, and they want to see some tits.
And then before they're dead. Actually, you're doing the Lord's work.
It's a terminal kids gala.
Well, I mean, you're gonna throw a gala for kids. Like you're throwing a gala for sick kids. Those kids are on the chopping block.
They're on their way out.
Yeah, they're not
God.
you're not throwing a gala for some kids that are gonna be okay in a few weeks. Like if you bust out gala,
Jesus.
These kids are the face of whatever disease you're trying to eradicate because their faces won't be
the game over gala.
Yeah, those faces are not going to be smiling much longer.
Like the Ronald McDonald House.
The game over gala. Great name in theory. But that would have to be an adult gala.
That wouldn't work.
That would have to be an adult gala for like adults who have kind of like they've reached stage 5. They've accepted it.
I think stage 4 is the final.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean of the illness. I meant of stages of grief.
Oh,
and then they've reached that final stage. Like, it'd be great. I don't want other people to have to go through this. Let's try and raise some money. Let's call it game over. Let's have some fun with it.
The game over gala.
Yeah, I don't think you could have that with kids. I think game over gala. They'd be like, wait, what does that mean? Like, well, you know what? You're just not gonna look, John. You're not gonna make it to your 15th birthday. But guess what? Florence Pugh's got a dress that we think you're gonna love.
This is a funny story. This is a true story. You know what? My friend Mark, the best man in the world, he's passed away from cancer, but. We did a fundraiser for him, the joke one.
Yeah.
And we were doing names, and I thought Die Laughing would be a good name.
That's pretty good.
They liked it, but then they were like, oh.
Who's they?
It's not appropriate.
The other people that were planning it.
Oh, yeah, the planners.
Gotcha.
So it was jokes for life, but it was originally going to be Die Laughing, and I thought that was
I think that's hysterical. And I think it's more in theme. Again, we're talking about an adult here, so I'm guessing Mark didn't have any say.
He thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
But
well, isn't that kind of like end the discussion?
The organizers didn't like it.
All right, well, I mean, agree or disagree, but if you're organizing it for a person, and that person is like, I like this title, and this person isn't like in the throes of dementia where it's like completely like...
Yeah, I know, but they thought we wouldn't sell enough...
oh, they're saying it would hurt the fundraiser
it would hurt
itself.
like the promotion and all that stuff.
Oh.
I think they're kind of right.
They're kind...
They were right.
I can see both sides of the argument because you're not wrong, but also the people that are going to come to a show called Die Laughing, they're in it for the jokes.
Oh, it's a comedy show for
like
cancer.
they're game. Do you know what I mean? Like that crowd. That's a game crowd.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing something called Jokes for Life, you're also going to get a few more tickets sold. But those extra tickets you're scooping up are people that are like, I just want to do a good thing. That would also maybe be a little scandalized by some of the jokes that might be said. So I see. Yeah, I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I can't. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Say it.
Back to the Florence Pugh thing.
Florence Pugh, titties out.
I think it's. I
thought it was a beautiful dress, and I have nothing against. I know people are saying it's like women should be able to show their truth, but I'm just saying there's a time and
I understand. I definitely understand what you're saying because like
it's not formal.
Obviously, if you want to live your life in the nude, there's nudist beaches for that. You're probably not going to go, or we're going to ask that.
I still think she could have worn a dress like that to like a movie premiere somewhere where it's on camera to make a statement.
This is what I'm trying to figure out though. I'm trying to figure out where's the what are we. Where's the dress okay and it's not so okay to movie premiere, but what gala? Yeah, I don't have a problem with it at all, and not in just a lascivious way. I mean, I'm a heterosexual male, worst kind.
All right, here we go.
But
there's the
sexualization factor out. That's fine. Because also you got to keep in mind. That's broad daylight on the stairs. So, like, if you're in a room where that's dimly lit a bit, are you really going to see that? Like, I don't know. I think
it doesn't say the party.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cared about the party. I mean, look, if it was a fundraiser type thing, she certainly drew attention to it.
It was a Valentino haute couture show. Oh, it was like a dress show. Oh, you can wear that to that?
100% you can.
It's to show off a dress. I had no idea. It's a show showing off design.
Well, there you go then.
And she's wearing a designer dress.
Call me crazy, but that sounds like the perfect place to wear it to.
That's ridiculous that people were upset about that. You're upset that she's wearing that
People
dress
get upset about everything
at a design show.
Yeah. Like that's not. It's like, you're not walking through Walmart. And again, I
In
wouldn't have
Rome.
a problem with it. Okay, it was in Italy.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
The
No one in
designer
Italy is complaining about that.
Designer capital of the world.
Yeah, no one in Italy is complaining
now
about
I
that.
don't understand
It's a bunch of losers online that
Yeah.
are living in their fucking. Yeah, they're living in their fucking. Here's what happened. Okay,
Let's hear it.
there were a bunch of dudes on their phones or their iPads or their computers ogling this picture of Florence Pugh, and then their significant others got real pissed off and started
This
lighting
was a
her
while
up
ago.
online.
Why did we start talking about? Oh, because of the wet t-shirts.
Wet t-shirt contest.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it. I get it. Great. It was actually a great pull.
Great segue.
Great segue. And I'm in full.
So now that I
Full
found out that it was
favor of
a
it.
dress at a fucking designer event, fuck off.
Yeah, context matters, baby.
Yeah, it does. But if that was like a fundraiser gala at the White House,
I think the White House could use a bit more tatas. No,
a bit more titties.
I think it could.
Sorry, we're not allowed to say titties.
Why
That's
not? Does
inappropriate.
anyone ever look at the White House and go like, no? You know what? We don't need any more breasts there, any more titties.
She's got nice dimes too. They're not space cookies.
So that's a little far, I think.
No, they're not silver dollars.
So we've gone from commenting on, or not even like just kind of like speculating about like, hey, when can you wear a dress that reveals a little, to now actually talking about specifics of her
Well,
anatomy.
She's got little dimes.
Yeah, I didn't pay that close attention, and to each their own.
Yeah.
I
don't care
Every
about
boob
any
is
type
like
of,
is like a penis. They're all like snowflakes.
any
Is that how it
nipple is
goes?
a great nipple.
I don't know about that. Sometimes you get little squiggly hairs coming right out of them, and you can pluck those.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Or the erasers. I
Little
don't know
bit of
about the
maintenance.
eraser.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
You know the erasers.
I know.
watch a lot of porno.
I know the '96 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And
Eraser?
it's fucking
That movie's
great.
good.
And they made a sequel to it, I guess it's not direct to DVD. It's direct to VOD, and it looks like hot garbage. Remember I sent you the trailer?
Oh yeah.
Like Eraser Reborn or something. Ugh.
Don't even-
A studio actually gave money for that filth. That garbage.
Don't even fucking. Speaking of fucking remake.
Filth? Garbage remake?
Yeah. Disney Plus. I saw the national. It's not even fucking Nicolas Cage.
No, so again,
What the fuck?
Disney's got a marketing problem.
Everyone just fucking shredded it.
Well, hang on. Disney has a market. Remember we were talking about John Krasinski being cast in Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah.
the Doctor Strange sequel, and he got. And if you haven't seen it by now, I mean, fuck the spoiler alert. He got stunt cast because there was an online swell of people going, John Krasinski would be amazing. He's Mr. Fantastic. So they cast him as that.
But that was just in a parallel universe, though, so it's
right.
not.
But a lot of people are now under the assumption that he is the MCU's Mr. Fantastic. Not the case. But a lot of people are under that assumption because Marvel didn't really make it that clear.
But why was everyone so into him being Mr. Fantastic in the first place?
I think it could be fun casting, and they also wanted Emily Blunt to be invisible, like Mrs. Fantastic. They thought it'd be a good like power couple in the MCU. Anyways, doesn't matter. What I'm saying is they have a.
Are they making a new Fantastic Four, by the way?
They are. It's the first movie of Phase 6. Phase 6 kicks off with Fantastic Four in 2024, I believe. It starts shooting next year.
Have they casted it?
If they've casted it, they haven't released any information on it. There's a couple shortlists floating around that are potentially.
Oh, what's floating? Let's hear it's floating.
I can't remember, honestly. There was a guy
Clifford Olsen?
There's that Netflix show, You, I think. The main guy, this like psycho.
Oh, I fucking hate that guy.
Oh, Padge something or other?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Might be Mr. Fantastic.
Ew!
Jason Segel might be the Thing.
That guy's the worst.
I don't know.
He was a fucking Gossip Girl.
This is all internet speculation at this point.
XOXO
I want to get back.
Girl.
I want to get back to your National Treasure thing, though. Disney has a bad. They don't know how to market things properly. They are doing another National Treasure. It is set in the same universe. It has some returning cast members. It's a show, not a movie. And apparently, they're still developing a third movie, which would be Nick Cage.
Oh, so this is just a.
This is a show set in the world. We got what's his face back, Riley.
Oh, is he back?
He's back in the series.
Oh, okay. In the series with the woman.
And
it's a woman that's the lead.
Yeah, I can't remember what I'm embarrassed. I can't remember this guy's name. Why the fuck the FBI agent?
Oh,
I'm ashamed of myself.
Oh god, I just watched it, dude. I watched it on the plane.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, what's his? Yeah.
That's him. So
He's great.
Harvey Keitel is back.
Those movies are just as good too.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones is the villain.
Oh, nice. I watched the first one on the plane, and then the second one when I was laid up.
They're
I
tremendous.
still like the first one more.
I did too, but the second one's a great follow-up.
I just didn't like the treasure. I didn't care for what they're finding. Like the first
Yeah.
one, all those clues, and you're all.
Yeah.
Second one would seem rushed, and then it's just a fucking gold city. Who gives
That little hint at the end of the second movie where it's like, did you check out what's on page 66?
Oh yeah, what was that about?
That was supposed to be what the third one's about. What it's been in fucking.
That was fucking 10 years ago.
I know. It's been in production hell. So
Wait,
yeah.
what was that? Yeah, it was 2010, wasn't it?
No, I think that movie actually.
08 was the first one.
2011 maybe. Yeah, about 10 years ago, something like that. So yeah, that's what the National Treasure thing is. But Disney's got a problem actually like cluing in because I saw when they released the trailer online.
Oh yeah,
like
everyone was shitting all over.
Well, no, everyone was like, "Oh my god, a new national!" They released the image. Sorry, it says National Treasure, whatever it is. It doesn't say National Treasure 3. I can't
no,
remember
it's a trailer.
Yeah, there is a trailer
now. It
now.
shows the girl. It's a reveal of the lead character.
Yeah, but people online when they just showed the image. This is before the trailer. Sorry, like a month ago.
Oh, we're all thinking Nicolas Cage.
Everyone was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for this movie." Da da da. It's not a movie. It's a series.
You're just pissing off.
Yeah, you're not being clear in your marketing. You're not being clear.
And then the build up,
and then
the reveal is something opposite, and people are like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, you need to like make sure when you're dealing with these franchises, everyone's psycho online. So just kind of be clear about things. Don't be like, "Hey guys, this isn't National Treasure 3." You could say National Treasure with the name, a new series streaming exclusively on Disney Plus. And then, like, list the cast or something like that.
And then have Nicolas Cage jerking off into a bucket.
Well, maybe he makes a cameo in it. We don't know. Maybe he comes in at the end and he's like, "Hey, I got something I need your help with. I've heard a lot about you. Riley called me. We need to go." And then that leads us into 3.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, guys.
How many episodes?
You know what? Disney Plus, you're fucking welcome.
How many episodes is it?
I have no idea.
Oh, didn't say?
No, I don't know. You watched the first one on the flight, though. We teased your trip in the last episode of the podcast, Ireland.
Did we tease it?
Well, we said you were going. I don't know if that's a tease.
But that was a positive thing. This is trudging along. I went to Ireland. Spent 7 days there.
The man knows how to weave a yarn. I'll tell you that much.
No, it was a lot of fun. I drank a lot of Guinness. Guinness tastes 20 times better there. If anyone...
Pod life? How was pod life? We were talking about that.
Pod life was, I didn't want to leave. I told when we first got on the plane, there was a problem with the fuel gauge. It wasn't registering, so it showed how much gas was in.
I got to ask you a question here.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. So you get on this plane, there's a problem with the fuel gauge. How the fuck do you know that?
They told us.
They went on, they were like...
We taxied out onto the runway. They were refueling the plane when we were boarding. Like, the guys were coming back and forth talking to the pilots. Pilots are laughing. Then we leave, and then they stop.
How close are you to the front in your pod, by the way? Are you pretty close to the...
close, yeah.
Okay.
Like third.
Because when I did the pod thing with my brother, there was like a pod section, and then like bathrooms, then another pod section, and then peasants.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was in that second pod section. You were in the front one.
Section.
So you could see kind of like...
Oh, the pilots, yeah.
Gotcha.
I wasn't worried because they were all like laughing with the maintenance guys and stuff. It was also a female pilot captain.
A lot of those now.
No, she looked very. She looked like a veteran. She was like old. Like
oh yeah, really?
Like,
she went through it. She fucking blazed the trail.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She was really nice too. She was chatting with all the rich people.
Yeah, well, they're all everyone's nice to people with money.
Anyways,
I wouldn't know.
We come out, we stop for 10 minutes. Then they say, "Oh, the gauge isn't working. We got to go back." So we go back. We're literally on the tarmac for an hour and a half.
Oh, that sucks.
I watched a complete movie.
That was me a few years ago, pre-pandemic. I was flying back to Edmonton for Christmas. I watched the entirety of Die Hard, soup to nuts, in my seat before we pulled out the gate.
Yeah, I didn't care though because I was in
a pod,
and they were already serving drinks.
Yeah, you're on pod time. Who cares?
Well, I thought it was strange that they started serving when we hadn't left yet. I guess
it's another echelon.
They don't do that with Coach. I don't think.
They don't even give them fucking water.
Yeah, I had a glass of champagne and a Canadian going at the same time.
If you want water, you have to go to the bathroom, if they even let you, and just drink from the fucking faucet like an animal.
Okay.
But if you're in the pod life, man.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it was an hour and a half.
Isn't it crazy how quickly they're on you to refill your beverage?
Oh, instantly.
It's insane.
That's because there's only so many. There's like 3 flight attendants, and there's like only 7 rows.
Yeah, and there's 4 all like total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 21 seats.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And they've got the vantage point where they can kind of see. Yeah, it's insane. Like the second my ice starts to melt, they go, "Sir, can I get you a few fresh cubes here?"
No, but it was so cozy.
It's crazy.
The guy next to me had he brought slippers.
Yeah.
He had his blanket and his bed down, and he was lying in it, holding a glass of champagne. I shit you not, all cozy, lying down, watching a movie. Oh, sorry.
So he's on his side. Like, okay, and he's got no straw
blanket.
in his glass. He's able to drink.
Oh, he's just drinking it straight up.
That's a pro.
I was like, that's the coziest thing I've ever seen.
What
like,
movie? Did you see his movie? No, probably not.
No, I couldn't see what he was watching.
Aren't they you can lay down? Did you put it on massage?
I did. Yeah.
It's great.
But the full bed was insane.
I never laid mine down. Did you?
I laid mine fully down.
Holy
I watched
shit.
I watched Crazy Rich Asians.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the laid down
Full
position
laid
in
down.
the pod. Jeez Louise.
And then I fell asleep and woke up and we were descending. It was like 50 minutes left in the flight.
It's crazy how quickly it goes by. And almost like I was like a little bummed. I was happy to be home, but I was kind of like, I could have done another hour in here easy.
Oh, yeah. No, the way home, I was kind of like,
you were done.
I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's after, hang on a sec. I was coming back from like 46 hours in Hamilton. You're coming back from like 8 days in the motherland.
Yeah.
Like you're coming back from freshly poured Guinness. The brewery is a stone's throw from where you're sitting.
It's insane how
there's all these different every pub. There's not a bunch of franchise stuff, right? It's all like these individual little pubs that have their own little kind of cozy.
Oh, and you drink
aesthetic.
You drink outside.
Mm-hmm.
You just stand in the street, hundreds of people in front of the restaurant or bar.
It's great. So yeah, I get it.
And nobody's mean to each other. It's totally different than here.
Well, I feel like if you were to move there and spend enough time there, people would be mean to you.
I don't know.
You would notice that.
No, not mean. I mean, in that sense, I'm saying like everyone knows. Like if you're at a bar and there's 20 guys standing in front of the bar and you're like, can you move out of the way for me? They'd be like, what the fuck, fuck you.
Yeah, there's a lot of fronting here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
you can
aggressive
literally
male
push
fronting.
a 6-foot guy aside and you'd be like, yeah, mate, hey mate. They all get it. They're fine. They all understand the
because they've kind of, I think, just as a country and as a people, they've gone through a lot of shit.
Thousands of years.
Well, not even that, but they're just kind of like, hey, you know what? We're all just trying to get by. Do you know what I mean? They're all get it. They're all like, I'm just trying to live. Fuck yeah, it's all good, man.
But it was depressing coming back knowing that there's no bullshit. Everyone's just
again though. I feel like
you live there.
Well, if you live, it's also you're going. You kind of got. I'll speak for myself. When I go somewhere like that for a week and a half, 2 weeks, I've got rose-colored glasses on. It's all new. It's exciting. It's so much. I'm noticing all of these things. Right. I come back here and I immediately notice all of the bad things because that's what I'm used to. But I'm not used to like. Kind of searching.
No, but I was noticing all the bad things when I was there.
Oh, you did?
Because seeing that how different it is here.
Right. Yeah, I just feel like if we move there for like 6 months, after a few months, you're like, okay, people are cunts there too. I get it.
Not that. It's like they're in a different. It feels like it's 20 years ago there. Remember when life was simpler? That late 90s, early thousands feel.
I feel like you're glimpsing what it potentially could be 20 years from now.
I don't know what that means.
I think that.
It felt like old times, maybe because I haven't been there in 20 years, and it was bringing back.
I don't know. I just feel
traveling.
like a lot of our culture is in the throes of adolescence right now, and we're all just trying to. You introduce a megaphone into everyone's hand.
You're saying it's an adult. We're not grown up yet here.
I feel like as a society, we're maybe not as grown up as we want to be or believe we are. Especially when we compare ourselves to maybe other places in the world, which can be both a help and hindrance.
That was very deep.
Well, I don't, and I'm talking to my ass. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just kind of what my own ignorant meanderings are.
You're getting crazy deep right now.
I don't. How many guys have you said that to this week?
Ew.
just wondering.
You're getting.
Is there a number that's too high?
What?
I don't think so. Everyone's enjoying themselves. It's all consensual. What the problem is?
You're getting crazy deep. Right
See, okay, when you do this all the time, you lower it to a whisper. How that's any creepier than me talking
it sound more.
But like I'm like, oh, there's a guy driving a car in the throes of ecstasy, and you grind my sentence to a halt. You're like, that's disgusting, and then you do this.
Oh,
you go. No, I can't even do it.
Get deep in the streets.
Yeah, I don't see. How that's better than.
You're crazy deep right now. Ew.
Oh my god! Can you imagine that conversation playing out though? It's like, do you like that? You're crazy deep right now.
Ew. That would be even gross if you said it to a female said it to you.
I don't think it's something anyone wants to hear. I mean, I'm sure some people want to hear it, but yeah, especially if it's just like it's monotone.
Ugh.
You're crazy deep right now.
That's hot.
Like a fact, like a statement, like you'd read it on Wikipedia.
That's
or it was
so
like
hot.
No, it's not. I don't. Every time you say that's so hot, you die
said
a little inside.
a man in ecstasy.
That's not nearly as bad as what. Because I was stating it as a fact.
That's fucking gross. Because now you're picturing the guy's O-face.
No man should have to bear witness to his O-face.
Yeah.
It's not something that should be seen in the light of day.
I don't think I've ever seen my O-face. Ew, I don't even want to think about it. It's like you gross yourself out.
Yeah, I would. That's why I don't want to. That's why, thankfully, that's why I don't get mirrors, man. You immediately, for anyone just listening and not watching,
I looked up.
he immediately looked at the roof.
Oh, no, I was just thinking, I think because
Immediately his eyes shot to the heavens.
they liked seeing their significant other during the act.
Yeah, but can't you just look at him?
Different angles. You can see the angles.
Yeah, I think there's some angles for me. I'll just speak for myself. Again, there's some angles I'm just good not seeing. I'm just good, like...
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to know that those angles exist, let alone bring them to the forefront of my field of vision.
Yeah, like seeing the balloon knot.
Oh, God. Evil way with words. It's just unparalleled.
The balloon knot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good without it.
Ew.
So you had a good time in Ireland.
I did.
Speaking of balloon knots.
What was I telling you? I went to a Irish rugby game.
Yeah, so explain this to me again. You said there's 85,000
85,000 people in the stadium.
but it's a specific kind of rugby that is only played
in Ireland. Yes.
Crazy.
And it's amateur professional, so they don't get paid.
So none of the players get paid, but they get things.
They get sponsors.
Didn't you say they get like apartments and cars?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm fine. If I worked a job where they're like, look, we're not going to give you cash, but we're going to give you assets. Yeah, I'm good. That's fine for me. I agree.
Is it Irish football or Irish? I don't remember what the fuck it's called.
Whatever. But it's a specific type of rugby/football that's only played in Ireland.
Yeah, you can run with the ball like football, but then you have to kick it, or you can dribble it twice, and you can only take 5 steps before you have to kick it into your head. So
Can I ask you? How did you learn about this? Well, you just asked when you were there, or you researched it, or you just
picked?
It's easy to pick up.
Watching it. Oh yeah. You pick up after you watch it for an hour.
Fuck me, I don't think I could do that.
You can't run more than 5 steps with the ball unless you kick it into your. You have to
unless you punch a guy first.
Kick it and then back into your hand.
You can run 6 steps if you hit a man.
No. Or you can dribble it, but you're only allowed to dribble it twice.
This is played on grass.
Yeah.
And you can dribble it?
It's like basketball, soccer, football, all in one.
But how do you dribble it on grass?
And then you get 3
Doesn't
points.
it absorb a lot of the
no.
kinetic energy?
It's a really heavy ball. It's like
like a medicine ball?
It's like a particular ball.
Idea? Okay.
I don't. Anyways, then there's a field goal. So if you
basketball
kick
on
it
grass.
through the uprights, you get 1 point. And they have
Get on that mic.
if you kick it into the soccer net, it's like a soccer net.
So there's uprights on top of a soccer net. This sounds so
It's
fucking chaotic.
Yeah.
And everyone's just slamming beers and having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
This sounds like Quidditch. Like, to me, it's just like, this is so complicated.
And then the guy, the team won with like 5 seconds left with a penalty kick. And everyone was going ape shit. It was the rival team of the stadium we were in that won.
Shit. So so can you compare that to the Vancouver Canucks? I don't know who their rival team would be.
It would be like losing to the Calgary Flames in Vancouver.
Okay.
A major game. It was like a semifinal.
Fuck me.
The winner of that game went to the final.
And is that okay? So I know a little bit about. Is it called Premier League in the UK? I know a lot about Pre-Com, not a lot about Premier League. No, I know it's something different.
That's football.
I know it's something different.
Soccer.
But I'm saying in that league, if I'm correct, because I watched Ted Lasso. If you underperform, you can get demoted to a lower league.
different league. Yeah.
So is it kind of? I guess it probably wouldn't be in this case because there's not enough teams in Ireland.
Oh no, there's a ton of teams.
It's specific
there's
to
like
them.
30 teams.
So do they have like tiered?
I think so. Yeah.
You can get fucking demoted down to a oh shit.
Yeah, they have a lot. They love their whatever the sport was. They like it there.
Fuck, I don't like sports, but I want to go see one of these games.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. 85,000 people.
That's fucking.
And if you go to a sellout hockey game, it's 20,000.
Like the city that I'm from, that I grew up in, has. It's not small, but it's like 50. It had 52,000 people, I think, when I was growing up.
Oh my god! So there was more people in the stadium.
There was more people in the stadium for that fucking game than there was in the city I grew up in.
That's fucked.
That's crazy.
and we just got plowed.
And of course you did. Why not? It's a
Except you're
sports
not
game.
allowed to drink in your seat.
Okay. Is this what? Explain that.
Yeah,
to me.
I think.
What?
I guess to curb the drunkenness.
Okay, wait, but is there drinking areas then?
Oh yeah, in the concourse, like the outside.
So in the stands you can't drink.
You can't bring your drink in.
So you can only drink, and then when you are drinking in the drinking area, do you have a view live of the field?
No,
or it's screens.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
Yeah, they don't. I think that's to curb the
So
blackout.
there's 85,000 people there, and what? 15,000 in the actual seats?
No, everyone's in their seat. They don't even care.
Even they go to the concourse, they slam a couple, head
yeah,
back to their seats.
There's a 20-minute intermission, and that's when it's like
great. I didn't even think to ask this. So it's 2 halves.
2 halves.
And
yes.
how long's the game?
What the hell was it?
90 minutes, 80 minutes, 60 minutes?
No, 80 minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah,
so
2 40-minute halves, I think.
And you got a 20-minute intermission, and then good luck getting a drink during that 20 minutes.
No, it was quite simple because they have literally beer things like
everywhere.
10 times the amount if you went to a sports game.
I guess you'd have to. And then how many people can fit at a hockey game here?
Our arena only holds like 18,500, I think.
18,500.
Yeah.
So that's about 25% of what this stadium holds, give or take. But you're saying it has 10 times the amount of beer.
Yeah, there's
so
a beer.
2.5 times per the amount of people. That's pretty good.
There's like a beer.
That's quick.
In like GM Place, every second or third one is beer, and then there's food.
Yeah.
This one was every single one you can get beer or food.
They know how to do it there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to go back. Maybe next year.
And they had these burgers that were pre-done, so it was like on a rack, and in those like heat bags.
Yeah.
And you're just like, "Can I have a burger?"
And they just
give
tossed
it to
you.
Yeah.
And it was good?
No,
Yeah,
but
I
it was
didn't
still
think so.
good because
It
for
was
what
the experience.
it was. Yeah.
The burger itself, if you were rating the burger, you'd be like, yeah, it wasn't a great
Oh, it
burger.
tastes like sawdust.
But because I was there and in that environment,
and
loved
you're eating it, it was delicious.
Yeah. You got to eat it in the first like 45 seconds because as soon as it starts to cool a little bit, you're like, this
It's disgusting. And there's no condiments on it. It's just cheese and the patty and the bun.
Okay, that's an interesting take. Can I ask you a question I just thought of? How's the bathroom situation there with that many people?
A ton of bathrooms too, like way easier, and it's all troughs, so everyone's just pissing.
God, it reminds me of Union at the wet T-shirt contest. Just fucking troughs of all guys with their dicks out, just pissing
right
in this
next
fucking...
to, and they're all, and I'm sitting there with my mediocre penis, and these Irish guys are
that's
hung
generous.
like fucking Himalayan yaks.
They are. Hey, that explains a lot.
It was gross.
So yeah, I mean, you don't want to touch in the bottom of the trough for sure. But I don't love. I actually, when I say I don't love, I mean I hate the trough system. I hate it.
Yeah, because
I hate urinals
you gotta
without
get too close.
I hate urinals without dividers.
I can't perform that close to.
Well, I don't think you should be performing at all. But I hate urinals without dividers, let alone a trough system.
Yeah, you're literally touching your shoulder to shoulder with the next guy.
Yeah, I mean at this point, why don't I just go find a tree?
Yeah.
At least I can have my own tree. Yeah, the trough system, just not. Whatever. Hey, but you know what? It works.
But again,
there's
so many bathrooms. The stadium's so large. There's so many bathrooms. They're mostly not full. Like there's never a line.
That's fucked. So you had a great time at Irish football. You guys went golfing.
Yes.
How was that?
That was really good. Yeah.
How many pubs do you think you went to, give or take?
Not that many actually.
Did you guys stay in the same area? I didn't even ask you this.
We did. Yeah.
Where were you guys staying?
It's called Docky.
Docky. And how far away is that from like a Dublin?
It's.
You guys flew into Dublin?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 45-minute drive to
That's
Dublin.
not bad.
But there's
north, south?
South,
West?
on the water. So Dublin's on the water too, and we're on the water down below. So there's a train called the Dart. It's on tracks.
Okay.
Like our Sky train, but it's on the ground. And it goes along the coast, right to downtown Dublin from where we were. It's like 35 minutes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Everything's better.
Yeah, it's very simple. And then every other small town on the way, every stop is a cute town with like pubs on
Tons
every
of pubs.
corner.
And yeah.
So we went to tons of those spots.
Fuck yeah. And you're on a train. You have to worry about driving, so you can just crush a few and then get back on the train.
It was weird. It was summertime, so a lot of the youth was out, and they're a little bit...
That's one of the most pathetic sentences I have
no,
ever
I can't
heard you
explain
say.
it. So we went to the beach.
It was a summer month, so a lot of the youth were out on display.
But we were... Okay, this is...
that old.
We were on the beach, so...
You're firmly middle-aged.
This is like a popular area for all the kids that live in Dublin to come to. It's like the beach area.
Gotcha. So they hop the train 20 minutes and they're there.
And they're not...
Sorry, is this where you were staying or where...
No, we were staying.
Okay, where you were staying is
so
a popular beach area.
Yeah, everyone
Gotcha.
comes in the summertime to swim. But it's all like trashy kids.
It's all just like...
It's like the shit rats.
It's like it's like the kids that the parents are not taking good care of them, and they're like, "Fuck it, I have my days open to me because no one loves me or cares about me."
I'm talking hundreds of them, hundreds of these girls, and they're dressed very.
Well, I'm sure there's girls and guys.
No, way more. Like girl, it was insane. Like 100 to 1.
What?
It was insane.
Why
all
is that?
Girls, and they're all like 16 years old, 16, 18 years
does
old.
Does Ireland have the opposite of China's policy, where it's like a 2-kid policy, but nobody wants
it
males
was kind of
instead?
you kind of felt a little weird being on the beach around them because they were all dressed.
A bunch of co-eds. You felt like a perv.
Yes, they were dressed way too. If I was a parent, I'd be like, "There's no fucking way you're going to the beach in that." And
they're at the beach.
One of them was walking down. No, let's put it this way. One of them was walking down and had a top on where you could see the top half of her nipples, and she was like 16 years old.
Okay, I don't. Jeez, this is Florence Pugh all over again.
It was fucked. I'm talking in the hundreds.
But they're at the beach.
Hordes of them, and they all they don't. I was talking to one of the locals. They don't get a lot of sun there, so they all put bronzer on. Mm-hmm. Like really bad, like lay it on thick.
I don't know anything. My skin has 2 tones: Casper white and tomato red.
But some of them put it on so bad they look like when in Batman when the Joker's face is melting, when his makeup's coming off.
Love that Joker.
They look like that.
Okay, well that's a look. That's a look for sure. Do you think that any of it though is them looking at like the beauty standards in America, like
that's
all this
exactly
makeup,
what it is.
Like all this like makeup and these different
and the tan.
influencers?
Everyone's got a tan.
They're like, oh, this is how I should look because all of a sudden I have a portal into the other side of the world, and guess what? Grass is always greener on the other side. So now I'm gonna buy this paint and throw it on my face.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
I'm talking
that's
all
sad.
of them. I'm not exaggerating. There was a section of the beach where there was literally like thousands of them.
Well, that's good. They're all hanging out, safety in numbers. And if it's all girls, then who cares?
Yeah, but they're 16 years old.
I don't see. Did you card them?
No, you can just tell that. You can tell the age.
Yeah, okay, fair. But if they're all in a gaggle of group together, they're having fun. I'd be like, okay, you guys.
Let's just put it this way: we got the hell out of there.
Yeah, there you go. If they ran you off the beach, I doubt they ran you off the beach, but I would have felt uncomfortable myself. I definitely agree.
We brought a couple beers and we're just standing there with beers in our hands next to 16-year-old girls.
Yeah, no, I would have left. I definitely would have left because the optics of that are not great for sure.
Oh.
But hey, fuck, they're living the dream, right?
But it was quite the sight.
They're hanging out. They're hanging out in the summertime. They're enjoying their fucking time off of school.
And then a lot of the guys were the rough around.
You said
edges.
There wasn't a lot of guys.
No, the ones that were there, the small amount of guys were they were rough looking.
Were they hanging out in a group of was it like a junior high dance where there was like a small group of guys?
Yes, pockets of guys, and then
so there was pockets of guys hanging out, just staring, ogling.
But these are like the classic ghetto Irish kids, track pants, like tearaway track pants, white beaters,
with Peaky Blinders haircuts.
Yeah,
nice, hell yeah,
really rough.
Saw a lot of those guys at Blarneystone on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, rough around the edges.
I just started watching Peaky Blinders because I remember a group of.
I think I watched the first 2 seasons.
Remember a group of guys came into the Blarneystone, quite rowdy, like UFC looking motherfuckers, and they all had the same haircut. And I was like, "What is this going on? What kind of are they like? Was this a fraternity? Is this like a book club? What is this?" And then I started watching Peaky Blinders, and immediately I was like, "Oh, that's the haircut." They all had like Peaky Blinders haircuts, like Cillian Murphy.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never seen someone with that haircut.
They all did. I think you were still there at that point, but it was like I got there at like 10, and this was like 7 or 7:30. Remember they came in, and
I was wasted.
They were picking up their stools, and they were like banging them on the ground.
Oh
those guys. Remember those guys?
Yeah, they were right across from us.
Yeah, and they were like
they were friendly though.
Well.
Or not really.
Well, that one guy was friendly. He was wasted. He came and sat with us and started talking, and I was like, I think this guy's just a bullshit artist, which is fine. I mean, you're at a bar, so
I was
who
drunk.
isn't?
We started drinking at 10 a.m.
Yeah, we did, yeah. I remember like when the music started and then they started grabbing things and smashing them around. I was like, I think this is my time to go. That's my cue.
The cue.
Yeah, that's my cue. So you had a great time at the beach.
Well, yeah.
And then you went golfing a few times, went to the pubs. Successful trip.
Yeah, the golf. We stayed at my friend's uncle lives there, so we had it was about a 45-minute drive west.
Okay.
Of Dublin.
As the crow flies.
Yeah, what doesn't even matter, does it? Anyways, it was in a really small town, and
how many people do you think?
Oh, in the town?
Yeah.
Oh God, like 10,000.
Oh geez. Okay. Yeah. Oh geez.
But it was fun. We stayed at his house.
So you guys just a lot of fellowship, a lot of drinking.
He took us to the neighborhood pub. It was
Fuck
on
yeah.
a farm on a river bend.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
And
this sounds picturesque.
There was 4 people inside.
What did you guys have? Did you go to eat a lot, or did you make meals, or how'd that work?
Oh no, we went out every time.
Yeah?
You when you're on vacation, you don't.
100%. So what was one of the better meals you had that you're like, shit, this is fucking great. I can't get it back home.
It was
Even if it's the same kind of meal.
It was fish. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I bet
Sole.
it was. Yeah.
Sole fish.
So yeah, just classic fish and chips.
No. It was like fancy. Like they.
Oh wow.
It was still the whole fish.
Yep.
But they took the skin off and then just.
Oh wow, that is
fried
fancy.
It. Yeah, it was delicious.
I don't know if I could have done that.
On top of mashed potatoes, but they drowned it in butter.
My favorite thing to do when I was there would be to go to the pubs and then just try like the local relatively
Diarrhea
cheap.
the whole trip.
Oof, boy, all right. Well,
Everyone used to see all 3 of us using the same bathroom. It just looked like a mud pie every
all right,
day.
Well, that's the food conversation part of the trip over.
I think your body can't adjust. I think it's all the Guinness too.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It literally looked like tar.
I didn't have that problem, but
We shit our pants for the entire time.
that's great, man. And the golf was good.
Golf is great.
Did you guys have to go far for golf, or was it like the courses were just right there?
Oh no, we stayed at the uncle's house because he let us golf at his members course.
Oh, jeez.
So that was nice.
Wow. Yeah. He sounds like you guys lived it up.
Also, they're really strict in Ireland. They don't. Here you get like cart girls and everyone's drinking on the course.
Yeah.
No drinking allowed on the course. You can't drink.
Really?
You can't drink until after you finish golf. They're so strict with golf.
I think, and this is going to be a wide generalization of the people, but my dad moved here from Belfast when he was 16, so I feel like I can say this. Do you think it's because obviously drinking is very much associated with Irish culture? Did it just get so out of hand at one point? They're like, right, that's it.
I don't think so. I think it's
No
always
drinking on the courses anymore. No drinking at your seats at sports games. No zero tolerance for alcohol on the roads because that's the thing there too. Here it's 0.08.
Oh yeah, there you can't.
Yeah,
at all.
here it's 0.08 blood alcohol level. There, not a drop. So it's like that's it. We can have our fun doing activities. We can have our fun drinking, but we can't mix it anymore. We're done.
We tried to explain to Turnan's uncle's friend at the course, one of the other members, his good friend, he golfs all the time, that in Canada you have like a cart girl and people are listening to music and guys are doing shots. He's like, what? He thought we were crazy.
Or do they just have a deep respect for the... No, that's not it.
I think it is. Yes, I think it's the etiquette.
Well, no,
because right when golf's done, they get wasted.
You're at a football.
They get wasted right when it's over.
Of course they do, because by the time you're on your second hole, that's all you're thinking about. You're thinking about the prize at the end of the.
Well, that's what Turnan's like. I can't play golf without a drink.
Yeah, if you grew up here playing golf, the only reason I golf, I'm horrendous at golf. I lost my father-in-law's 7-iron in a fucking water hazard. That's how bad I am at golf. The fucking club went farther than the ball. The only reason I go golfing is to drive the carts and to drink the beer.
Exactly. Well, the casual golfer. That's what
yes, and I wouldn't even casual golfer is such a generous term for what I am. I'm a degenerate golfer, I guess. I'm someone that can hit a ball with a club. Now, can I aim it? No. Can I even go far with it? Not really. But I enjoy myself because I get to drive around and have a beer.
That's the whole thing.
Unless you really love the game, in which case the game is the thing. I get it. I just feel like this just feels to me like it's the same thing as like caution contents are hot on the coffee cup. It's like there's a reason this is here now, and I think the reason that all these rules are in place, especially around drinking, there is because they need to be in place.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's just how they
explain to me the no drinks at your seat at the 85,000 person game. Then explain that to me.
Oh, that might have been a problem. I don't know. I can't see that they got.
Well, I'm not saying that these were all individual things. I'm saying it was probably wide sweeping. Like this is going to be a thing now. You can't do because golf is technically a sport. So like at sports, you can't be drinking while you're doing it or while you're observing it. We'll have specific areas where you can consume. And
it was a good thing though because then you don't get as. I was happy that I wasn't as blackout.
Oh man, I was gonna say I remember doing 9 holes with some buddies of mine, and then we were like, you know what, we're having so much fun, let's do another 9. And then by the 11th hole, we were like, fuck, this was a terrible idea.
Oh, you're so wasted.
We were just like beyond.
No, I was talking about the soccer game. I like the fact that you're.
Oh, okay.
You're still coherent.
Well, it probably helps with any fights that might break out. So the COD was the best.
Also, I got really into it. Trying to figure out the sport and watching it was kind of actually fun to watch.
When you don't have anything numbing your brain and
that's
you
what
can
I'm
kind
saying.
of follow. Yeah, I'm getting it. But was it a nice departure, or do you want it to be the new norm?
No. No, nice departure.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
If I go to the Canuck game, I have 2 beers a period.
Yeah,
in my seat.
What is that? $120?
No, I don't
beer?
get tap.
A period?
I get cans. Oh, they're still expensive. It's $7 a can.
Don't they open the can for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want it to be a weapon. See what I mean?
Well, because yeah,
see how what I said? Like we're 20 years behind. Just give it 20 years. See what happens.
Some guys are gonna throw the can into the.
Yeah, because they're fucking assholes. So the cod was the best. Did you have a favorite pub when you went there? There was one bar we went to.
It was called Finnegan's. It was the one
Finnegan's.
where Paul Reiser, the actor.
Yes, you got a little celebrity sighting.
We went there every single night for our nightcap.
Fuck,
and he was
amazing.
there every single night as well for a nightcap.
See, that's great. When I went to Ireland,
he had Cuban. He was smoking.
It's Paul Reiser, of course.
Monte Cristo Cuban cigars every time. He just wanted it so bad. He would savor it.
Yeah.
And then blow out the smoke.
Yeah, the look of ecstasy on his face as he took a pull from that cylinder object was just.
Yeah, he's super deep.
Yeah, I bet he was. When I went to Ireland, we hopped around, so we were only in places max maybe 3 nights. A lot of them were just 2, some of them 1. So it's nice. Like it sounds so nice to go to a place and be there for a full week where you can go to the same pub every night.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, you could spend we didn't even finish what we wanted to do. Like all the stuff we could have done in that area.
Yeah. The list is the length of your arm.
Yeah,
it's the only thing that's the length of your arm. And Paul Reiser, did you end up having a brief chat with him, or it was just kind of like as he walked out?
No,
we
said
hi
to him. Oh, he said you again a couple times when he saw us.
Nice.
We were there same time as him every time.
Nice.
So
does he have a house? I guess you wouldn't know. He doesn't have. Is your house there?
No, I think he was filming a movie. Oh, and he was renting.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. I looked it up. I think he was filming a series. It was a series or something.
Fuck, he's had a good year. Stranger Things, The Boys.
I know.
Good for that guy. Smoking Cuban cigars on the patio.
Oh, series. So it was. Shut up.
Oh, she's interrupting?
Yes.
Okay. Toss her down the stairs.
Oh, boy.
Well, just your phone.
Oh.
When she eventually rises up, that was a joke, Siri. Take it easy.
Usually I can't get her to respond. And
yeah, don't I know it? It's a bane of my existence.
Yeah.
So, Ireland, favorite pub was Finnegan's. Favorite drink, I'm guessing, was Guinness.
Guinness.
And the favorite thing was the cod. Where'd you have that?
Seoul. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. DeVille's. Okay. It was called DeVille's.
Was it in the same town?
Yep.
Nice.
It was like a formal restaurant.
Golfing, great. So, all in all, successful trip. Everyone.
It was great. It was relaxing and nice. It was almost depressing coming home.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. Every time. I hate leaving. I hate coming back. Yeah,
and we came back alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You fueled up your tank. Then you're good to trudge for another week.
Yeah, you always
2.
put stuff in perspective. You always feel way better.
100%.
Things seem different when you come back.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just kind of like it's a recalibration a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you feel that euphoria, that little ecstasy that comes.
Yeah, it's
your
great.
face.
You almost feel normal again.
Yeah.
And then you go back to
the brief little respite.
The routine of anxiety and depression.
And then you're back to the same old fucking grind, just hoping that you don't wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm glad you had a good time.
Wake up dead.
That's good, yeah. Guess I'll gotta book a trip to Ireland soon.
Yeah, do it.
I think we're gonna wrap up there. That
wrap
sounds
it up.
great. I got nothing else to say. We got a Fringe show. We got a rehearsal. We got a lot more podcast stuff coming at you guys. Yeah. We're in the Fringe in September. Anyone that's listening, it's in the Vancouver area. The Fringe is September 8th to 18th. Come check out our show. We're going to be posting on our social media. We're doing a 30-minute play.
It's going to be our gas.
It's 3 fetuses in the womb discussing what life...
What's the name of the fucking play?
Deliver Us Not.
Deliver Us Not, okay.
It's 3 fetuses in the womb discussing what life must be like after birth. So...
after birth.
Yeah, it's producer Shay, Dave, and myself. Going to be a riot, so hopefully you guys can make it out. Thanks for listening. If you listen to the... when's this coming out? No, this is coming out after the live stream we're doing on Saturday. So you're listening to this. I'm probably face down in a field somewhere camping.
Yes.
Dave's off gallivanting.
Just getting super deep in someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to try that line out on a couple fellas.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Watching, all the things. We love you.
Love you.
See you soon. Keep trudging.
Yep. Rock around, white front to back.